Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe now this start video. The story of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos has always been one of resilience, love, and shared devotion to family. For decades, the couple has been Hollywood's example of what a strong marriage can look like under the spotlight. But recently, their lives took a shocking turn when Mark Consuelos' battle with cancer became public, and Kelly's heartbreaking reaction left both fans and friends deeply shaken. What began as a quiet, private health scare erupted into a devastating ordeal that played out in real time, with cameras rolling, headlines blaring, and fans expressing both outrage and compassion. At the center of it all was one of the most vulnerable moments of Kelly Ripa's life, the moment she fainted after witnessing her husband's unbearable pain. This is the full story of how tragedy, love, and resilience collided in one of the most heart-wrenching chapters of Kelly and Mark's journey together. Mark Consuelos has always been known for his strength. From his early days as Mateo Santos on All My Children to his commanding presence on Riverdale, he embodied health, vitality, and energy. Fans saw him as invincible, the kind of man who could carry the weight of his career, his family, and his marriage with unwavering confidence. But cancer does not discriminate. Behind closed doors, Mark had been battling frightening symptoms for months. Fatigue, unexplained pain, and sudden weight loss began to overshadow his normally vibrant demeanor. Kelly, who had spent her career learning to smile through stress for the cameras, knew something was wrong. When you live with someone for 30 years, you know every detail about them, Kelly would later confide in a close friend. I could tell the sparkle in his eyes wasn't the same. He was trying to hide it from me, but I could see it. Eventually, a series of medical tests confirmed their worst fear, cancer. The diagnosis was a crushing blow, not only because of what it meant for Mark, but because of what it meant for Kelly, the woman who had built her life around love, laughter, and family. The secret was heavy, but soon it would not remain private. Kelly Ripa is no stranger to keeping up appearances. As the beloved co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, she has spent decades smiling through personal struggles, from her parents' health issues to her own battles with stress and exhaustion. But this time was different. The morning after receiving devastating news about Mark's treatment, Kelly walked into the studio with trembling hands. Her producers noticed immediately. She was pale, quiet, and not herself, one insider revealed. Kelly is usually the spark that lights up the room. That day, she looked like she was carrying the weight of the world. When the cameras rolled, Kelly tried to keep her composure. But as Mark joined her on set, his exhaustion visible to anyone who looked closely, she faltered. Viewers at home noticed the shift. Social media lit up with comments. "Is Kelly okay? She looks like she's about to cry. Mark doesn't look well at all. Something is wrong. This is hard to watch. My heart breaks for them." By the time the show wrapped, Kelly could no longer contain her emotions. She broke down in tears backstage, clinging to Mark as though holding him could somehow keep him safe. The most heartbreaking moment came late one night, weeks after Mark's diagnosis. Mark had been enduring grueling treatments that left him racked with pain. He tried to shield Kelly from the worst of it, often retreating to a separate room when the suffering became too much to hide. But one night, Kelly refused to let him suffer alone. She followed him quietly, determined to stay by his side. What she witnessed shook her to the core. Mark, doubled over in agony, gripped the edge of the bed, his knuckles white as he fought through the waves of pain. His strength, the very thing that had always defined him, seemed to vanish in that moment. "Please, just go," he whispered to Kelly, not wanting her to see him broken. But Kelly couldn't leave. Her heart ached at the sight of her husband's suffering, and as tears blurred her vision, her body betrayed her. Overwhelmed by grief and helplessness, she suddenly collapsed to the floor. The sound of her fall startled Mark, who, despite his pain, rushed to her side.